Yeah, Yamina Doom. Yeah, Yamina Doom.
You. Yes. Na Obi baby say Peter Anamo.
Okay. Oh, Peter Anamo is simple. Ura be a Yamia man opportunity to be a prophet to the nations. A prophet to the nations. And he's Sajumanu for 22 years now. And Yamin Onua Fm affected among my baby, including United Nations. And he Ayajuma Kakra. And he said, "Cause a prophet Peter Anamo, and our brother Peter Anamo." And I don't know, very simple. Yeah.
We also a prophet.
Yes, sir. And I'm saying, prophet, assembly doors in Tiama. Who from brother Peter Anamo cry? I need you chance.
Oh, so for you, on funny title, yeah, bro. Oh, why are you prophet and you want to be called a brother?
Oh, you see, actually, it's a prophet, and yet Dino is an office.
Okay.
Office no here, chair Dino. You see, so office in the amount to me to do things that will affect the earth. Into Mra, Elijah can't say, "Oh, call heaven." Yami said, "Train or so mean train," and Yami said, "Okay, bless Elisha, a prophet, in your room. Room no actually say office. And the office in there to me. Who say I buying crown? Who say I'm pontua? Only to me. Yeah. So office makes the whole thing powerful. And at it, omunim office they call it room. Which is Second Kings are going to me.
Now you didn't.
Oh, me a frafrani pure. From Boliga, Tanga.
Oh, into Frafra.
Yes, me chrome because I'm in design.
Oh, so
anyway, it's true.
Yeah,
you are on me chrome because I'm in tea. Your woman tamale. And the bani kura me tea.
And to catch a Frafra say, "Oh, the identity."
Okay, Mabi. Nava Tumbokala Butin declare you talk kate. They go dunia za. They get king to man net south nerva and say Latin the net sabat in I Mali dunia of one. Mabi this the banning now. Mabi yeah, Mabi Mbonezala you talk Shalidim mal albarka nti dadanum zanchang now nima dadam kunyan numbo sala. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And the identity of the black man. Will be baby can be say who is the black man?
Okay, you can say the identity of the black man now. The identity means what? It means who you are. Who identity baby? Uba Onua says here, I can say Dr. Preka say there is an identity for you. Oh, Dr. Preka say why any orane fie no. That is an identity.
Okay.
You can say identity so a mind to me manipa identity. That's why we are Ghanaians. You can say identity so ofie udu fie a fraud dada. That's an identity. So, oh, honey, that's an identity. And to nipa biya identity no bebre. But a deeper quiet strong couldn't say, what is the identity God has given to you? And you know strong. And you know nipa a very expensive and important. Bill Gates no an ordinary worker of IBM, United States of America. IBM no more computers. But when he discovered his identity, Ofi Ono, look at him today, a multi-billionaire. Until we discover our identity, and Crawford my a different identity. Until a black man, yeah, my identity, third world, developing countries, hippie nations. Just say you politicians crying boo, yeah. Until our program, how we say, no be the crowd, but we are so bad. On your TV, so it is added. And then me baba chreni entia bibini nam asase so.
Na bibini be ye dey we ase.
Exactly.
Ye type.
Yes, when you are right. And then no, the baba setting avatar.
And now be chreni
exactly.
Bibini be
exactly.
We ase.
Bibini no hu ye sronkon, in fact e be shocking nipa. I tell you.
Ye hu ye sronko cha brofo.
I'm telling you, anything omo rani e down no.
Sir.
Oh yes,
they know,
the
they know we are powerful.
Yes, Mary the document we actually a bit shock 1835. A British lawmaker our Parliament of United Kingdom. When we visited Africa, they went back. Was it then? The people are unique people. We cannot overpower them unless we break their culture. Culture makes up your identity. 1835 British Parliament document no get it and send it to doctor. So enti ye nipa sunku, but the devil is threatened by nipa kra ye. Enti na or hwehwe kwan bi no mo to frustrate us. Enti na nyame kan say the stone the builders rejected, then shall become the cornerstone.
Yeah.
How come say the richest continent in the world and so we are the poorest people? Because we don't know our identity. When you don't know your identity, a nipa will give you their way of their identity about you. That is why they call you the black man, useless man, a beggar, going around. Look at our leaders in Africa. Nina eka near black people are. But you can say identity nipa kra uye. Unibain. This is what we call a unipa bind. That's right. What boy me pa say tree easy. Unipa bind. Exactly. Unipa bind. Enti yo bibesrunku bi anyame ahyehyɛ ama me ne wo. But yen ni mintino, look at how we behave. Look at how we are living on earth. Disgraceful, unrespected, enti na encrofer enslaved. But when we discover who we are according to the creator and the awachishana, then we will begin to become valuable. And to Nyame asema will say, a gift of a man makes him honorable before the world.
It's true.
So that is the identity now. The identity black people have, they don't know. Yeah, we are back to the identity of the Ghanaian. And you see us in the black man. So, until you have fact the identity of the black man first. But who him now say and some baby eba edifa Bible. Me evidence ni na me backing evidence you know be Bible mo. But a negative comments have come about the Bible. Intimate kind and evidence of the Bible's authenticity. So that nipa be who says our Bible no enye nkora nyama a document from heaven. Number one, Bible scientific document am pese me kire bebre wo but meka ba ko pe obia ti se aboa kese bia pie owi ase ma American foko hu ne dompe eso ye kire ye frɛ aboa ne den dinosaurs me go ana na nipa hu se ei sa aboa bia 90 asase so ayennim o ne dompe no ma me nka kire o se over 3,000 years ago nyame nsem Bible in the book of Job chapter 40 verse 18 nyame aka dinosaurs wasem in chapter 18 of Job 40 no was it behemoth so behemoth no a huge monstrous animal. The Bible described it and it is the dinosaurs over 3,000 years ago.
How is behemoth spelled?
Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Yeah, behemoth.
Dinosaur din fufuro.
Yes, ye di man wo Bible mu no. Ye di tro wo Bible mu because ye ntimi fa dinosaurs no ntum. That time they didn't know any name dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
And to the description of the scripture, no kaya, it describes the dinosaurs because Bible can say his tail was like a timber cedar. And the teeth and the bones were like brass. And it's a huge animal. Way back over 3,000 years. Now, Bible at Kahuasem and some science is excavating. Archaeologists have got to form a yehu. And so a moment to evidence. Now evidence no what Bible moon da. Then the Bible is highly authentic. Dr. Miwana. This is a very good evidence. That is scientific evidence. Another evidence I met me at Chira say Bible no yemfa ndi agro. Den Chinese history. China for.
I said China for omunim Yesu.
Oh, it will shock you.
They don't know Christ.
Exactly, it will shock you. That China for na yehu omono. They are wonderful people. Adenti. China has the best historic information of the world, uninterrupted. Archaeologists ni nyina enim. Philosophers ni nyina enim. The best history of the world that is never interrupted. China for history.
Because they're not interrupted. What do you mean?
Good. The oldest history we are seeing Egypt. The civilization of Egypt. So over 5,000 years. China so over 5,000 years. But Egypt for no, you interfere. Say you changing kingdoms, overthrow kingdoms, attacks, no, and they are affecting history, no. But China for, they were isolated people. Ethiopia how so China has a continuous uninterrupted history. Ever we are here, it is over 4,500 years uninterrupted history. Just to let you know how their history is authentic. Some of them make it know. Apart from that, Chinese astronomical readings are highly valued by NASA of America. Omu value Chinese astronomical readings. Oma share the money din Atlas of the Commerce Atlas. Chinese for etimi reading Atlas. Etimi reading comet. Any esuru niyama yi. Unim say esuru niyama na ewo ho no. Omu determine yesi hours so. Do you know that? The heavens, they determine what happens on earth. Enti na oba bunun sa. Uko ewe mo a yesi ekojonu. Aden wo hu the moon. Aden ti yana nanom nimo that the heavens control what happens on earth. Ti sa onipa dua. So utiri ya we ya, enye sa uti na ya we ya o. Utiri kasa, kacha say bibi wrong. Doctors be kacha o. Enti esoro kasa, but nipa ensuan into no we cannot hear what they say. The sanya man nyina Chinese historic evidence. So what we make no. Maka evidence about the Bible with science. In the Chinese history, you discover, I know I'm saying no. Abubo bi aye to Afri, one of the provinces called Hanan province. Omu hwe abubo no so ya tron bi wo so. And tron no mu ko hwe no, they saw some wonderful things such as Adam, Adam, and Eve no omomo ye ni no we. So that is, they know there was a living people that were called Adam and Eve, Noah. Noah. Hawaii. Omu friend Hawaii. In this inscription. And they wrote that these are the ancestors of Abraham. In that inscription, thousands of years ago. And the Sanya back the authenticity of the Bible. Because then a China for omunchro sa information ewo ho. So when you make and Chinese writing, which we call characters, is the most powerful. When omunchro words, they say English, yeah, chro words, any akanyo. When omu describe it idea in diagrams. I had to say adinkra symbols maybe. When I say adinkra symbol, ofa jinyamia. If you see come millions of years, krana jinyami, untimi sisano, miba. Chinese people, their language is like that. Okay, so it keeps story of the information they write. Okay, they call it the Chinese classics. And the Chinese people wrote first documents on turtle inner shell. Tortoise niyem inside no. Now we need paper. A paper, a children Egypt for your paper. And now we throw a chichidie niyem soft part no. Up to now, they still have it over 4,000 years in some eguso. And some of the things that are written on it are very shocking. And it's saying the word creation in China, the word creation, no, friend Chongjian, that's the pronouncing of the word creation. Now, ububu word in China, no, in the writing no. Ubon say the word mouth, dust, and motion. Okay? That is the word. This is the breakdown of the word. Creation. How did yes?
Obadie.
Obadie.
Obadie no. Chinese for metro no.
Chongjian. Exactly.
But Chongjian no.
Who break it?
The Nipa no.
Exactly. Nipa no. Any dust. Not here. Any motion. Action, motion.
Action. Okay. Say there.
Exactly. Okay, count. Okay, count. The bomb na ASR word. Nipa. Creation. Creation. The word creation. Bisa say then no. It takes you back to the Bible. Nyame bo nipa no. Bible say oyeden obonifi natie me boa and ohumi gu no so me boa and nipa ya a living being motion bow sama nyame asem enti ultimate na baby en kan nyame asem say oh nkofo bi na chiro Bible na abrofo na chiro Bible. And do you know why? We are frustrated human beings as black people. Identity because of our brofuna dear so no. We are so angry say ye doing say wo na ma chiro Bible no. Nka brofuna chiro Bible la o ma Jimmy say the first page of the Bible chapter 1 of Genesis. Do you know the nations that are there? African nations. Egypt and Ethiopia. Chapter 1 of Genesis.
Genesis
chapter 1.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 8.
Yeah, no, obia Genesis chapter 1 is simple but obia nim. Udia mamima chapter no na obia hu. Share Genesis chapter 1. Look at verse. Yeah, Genesis chapter 2. Chapter 2 kind verse 11.
Use my mic.
Genesis chapter 2 verse 11. Ubehu ewo ho. Ene ukaya ko drew 15. Ubehu it talks about Ethiopia and Egypt. So and it talks about 4 rivers that came out of the Garden of Eden. 4 rivers. When it says 4 rivers, one philosophy in China has spoken about it. Our document no be. And no mean say no. And no mean say no. They will look and send it to you. The philosopher in China told you that there are 4 rivers that waters the whole earth. A philosophy in China over 2,000 years ago history. This goes to confirm what? The Bible. Enti nipa desani mamin kachira bibi. What you know is not all that is there for you to know. Enti debia ye kan sama yento yobo. Ade a minim no ene na me ka sesi ai no. De minim no, eno mintimi nka ho asem. Se wo de minim no, mintimi nka ho asem. Ne minim na me ka. Enti obi nim bibia onhwe yeso onkasa basa. Jesus, yes, Jesus there a concocted story. Me bana in some other people no mamin kachiro. When Jesus was sent to the earth in Israel, not Chinese for now, they saw it in the heavens. Identity, they have astronomics that can read the heavens. And can you believe that in the astronomical records of the books of the Han dynasty, Obia or Prince and Yamikano, Minim Yamika, China embassy could be some say, is there anything as the Han's dynasty? And I'll make a choice, yes. In the records of the astronomical hidings, in the Han's dynasty, they read that a man was given from heaven to die, and pardon was given to all men on earth. And then a China for who's asking. In their history.
So they know.
They know.
China.
Aha, yes. Say, why the Chinese people are where they are. Oh, you see, Sanwema, you see. So the reason why Chinese today have 3 powerful religions: Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. These worships came not long as 2,000 years ago. But the ancient Chinese, 1,000 years ancient Chinese, over 4,000 years ago, no, how they call their land? Chongqing. Do you know what it means? The land of God. Chongqing.
Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese. What's the pronunciation?
And to call China.
History, no. That was the exactly.
Some assassin.
Yes, earlier time, no. Woman and first 1,000 years, no. That's the name they call their land.
Chongqing.
Yes, the land of God.
China is the land of God.
No. No say China exactly. That's the land of God. Some for you. And aside 3 religions now ban no. And no kofa niama bebre abano, but the original Chinese people have history about Jesus, his death, his resurrection, have history about the Bible.
So why did they throw everything away and now they are?
That is how human beings are. People decide what they want to do because God gave us free will. And in your person we no utimi. So today's Chinese is not the Chinese I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ancient Chinese. Why? I want to back you with the authenticity of the Bible. No. And then I hear said the bear who says Bible I am not backing the authenticity of the Bible from the Bible. No, I'm backing it from science and then history that is authentic, like the Chinese history. Now, more science is there. Unim say mass, our Bible mo answer na mass because Isaiah the prophet, Ekachro Hinin said the bear near Mikael no ubedi no, memma ewia no agko back 10 degrees, sundial of Ahaz. That time they didn't know what is degrees. That's 10 degrees. Oh, me work says yeah, I can tell you the time that is there. You need time for this. But I want you to know, say Bible no authentic identity. Me person me ye and nyama be a woman hintasem me at your mouth. Say as your identity as the black man no as a ujidi. That is the most important thing here. Because the one backing of the Bible as authentic. Sadie me can be also Bible there and I di Bible ichi say huhwe. Yen di Bible nichi in the right direction. As so for a business, it's not about the Bible.
Okay. Because time will not be on our side.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's quickly look at the identity
of the black man. As according to Nyame. Exactly. Number one, the black man. The first revelation of the black man.
Why any black man no cry in the first place?
No. Oh no, any patuntum. You're afraid a black mom actually, and you're black. We are rusted brown. That's brown. And then a D African, Ethiopia, any Egypt. You didn't know, baby, a free battle. That is what has been used to describe us. And to Ethiopia, it describes our color, which is rusted brown. So, and to black actually, but language description it na black. Sounds na white, obi any white. But kasa ntino, yetimi free white a otiasie. So, and to the name Egypt, Ethiopia, Mizraim, all comes from the ancestor man Cush, the son of Ham. On a fiber. So maybe a fiber. And there is a wrong teaching. Say no, no, Sano yabe be akawasem. But I want you to know, say, as a black man, no, the first revelation about who you are, when the history of the Bible. Okay, say Moses, nyame friend say, onfa nyame manko him promised land. Now, number one, do you know say Moses yiri na oya black woman, African woman? Numbers chapter 12. Moses married an Ethiopian woman.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ask yourself, why did Moses marry the black woman? Because God knows that the anointing and the mission Moses has is only a black woman that can assist him. Rebecca said, how? That is why when Moses' sister, Miriam and Aaron were blaming Moses, why do you go and marry this black woman? Is it that we don't have sisters among us? God made them be punished. Because in the Bible, Moses was nearly killed by God because of the covenant. A black woman and a saving Moses, which no woman could have done.
How to explain that?
No, Moses, and you said on our Bema, baby boy. And Moses was meant to be so I bizo, wa bro, ni refi, and the 7th day was almost hitting. Moses uncircumcised baby. And that is the covenant seal within God and him. And the Bible said that, and God nearly crushed Moses at the inn. But Zipporah, the wife of Moses, quickly took a sharp stone and cut the foreskin for blood to drop. That's how Moses was saved. And can you be in your bar? Oba ben a bit me afa abubo aye sikai. Abubo aye sikai. Say you be bindi oba. That is how precious African women are. They are deep, divine, knowledgeable. Oba utiemia. That is one identity of African women. Their capacity is why God made Moses marry that woman. So what in the American? That is number one. Moses' brother-in-law. Oh yeah, sir, Obani brother. Moses edi enipani fee Egypt we no. Omo ka desert ho. And Moses call oko frɛ ni yere no brother no Hobab. Numbers chapter 29 verse 10. Was him Hobab bra. Na nyamia kan sempa amaye say odiye ko promised land. Na odiye ko promised land yi mehio say obedi echi na yetimi akọ promised land ne nyame beye bia no ebe ka wo so. Bible say Hobab say media minko. Media mesa komi family mesa komi chrome. That is the black man's selfishness, tribalism. All said the yeah, pet, minkumi, and these are the people that God wants us to rule the world, though. And we are thinking about ourselves, and now affecting your politicians, you know. Thinking about ourselves. Hobart said, "No, I will not go." Now, here some Moses cow, and they are shocking. That was a prophetic declaration. Moses, a great prophet, the only prophet that spoke to God mouth to mouth and nose to nose. Okay, I say, don't leave us. If you care to know, you are to us instead of eyes. How can Moses say such a thing? And then Moses said, "Was he here? Men yaye na unnima mamin katrao. Mi nyami nipa kese mamin katrao. Unnima uye eni emaye. Uye eni emaye." Can you imagine? And Moses na nyamine na akasa akaho the promised land ni bibiano. Moses eda so ehia bibini Hoba se obedani eni amano manako timi akodru promised land. And offer eni a eden. Eni signifies direction, eni signifies vision, eni signifies what?
Light.
Sight. Eni signifies direction, vision, and sight. That is what Moses needed from the black man, the black boy, our brother Hobab. After Moses has benefited from the sister, Moses needed that direction, vision, and sight. Sanyama na bibini na all sadino. Enti obibini utemia, you are the sight, the direction, the vision of the whole world. Because God needed that black man for his people, the nation of Israel, that were brought out of Egypt. Remember, Egypt was where God's children were birthed.
Obi say before Nagasano. Where the some funny talk. I say nyame bo nipa wie no.
Yes.
Na ahwea na aka na nyankopon kwa kotu agu. Na abofo no ka say, "Oh, nyankopon mentu na Mr. of me for the family. Tinyame bo abrofo no wie no. Ndi ahwea na aka na nyame kwa kotu agu. And nyame mentu. And now abofo no gi ahwea na omede bo bi before. It means we were afterthoughts.
You're wrong.
Is that true?
And you're correct. Said you cancer because of yentimi who your identity nintino obia the etwetwe form.
No, but look at the way we be buying, we are suffering
because
we have gold, we have diamonds, we have everything, we are suffering. Why are we suffering?
When you don't know your identity, that is what you will be. Identity na exercise. That is why this message is very important to black people. Mamin Kachao, the word Adam means rusted color. Rusted. Yes, Adam in the Hebrew. It means this color. And the first man created was black man. You know why? God cannot create the first person colored. Identity. Only other race colors from that side. In science, when you go into science, physics, we call pyrism. Colors. When you mix all colors, it will become dark. That means all colors can be brought out of dark color. So that is the first man created. That's why they will tell you.
Adam not a black man.
Yes, not a black man. Let me tell you. That is why they trace creations beginning in Egypt. Look at the Genesis chapter 2. Which countries were mentioned? Egypt and Ethiopia. Why? 4 rivers that water from the garden. 2 are from Africa. So what are you talking about? And the oldest human remain, don't pay science for who the oldest is from Egypt. It's from Egypt. What are you talking about? And this answer is because we don't know who we are. And do you know? Say Moses. Emrebe soon say ne father-in-law befa ne yere ene ne ma akoma no wo desert numuno. Say your brother and say uncle. The father-in-law Jethro, he was a priest of Africa. Priest. Na your friend Ulomo ewo gam. When he took the daughter.
Our bosom baby.
Yes. Now already Moses yire ne ma no ekoma Moses no okoduru ho no wantimi ehu Moses ntem adenti na Moses judge nkrofo no emra ba ya okohu no say Moses aden na wo yesade wo yese ya wo bewu ntem there be manya ne sa unim yiyi nkrofo na omo nimde ewo Israel mo abusia no na tete omo nyansa na wo tete bi ma omo na kyerɛkyerɛ omo so that assembly si a ombetimi adi omo asem as court in every tribe of the 12. Advice, state council of Moses as God's man was an African, the father. The whole family of Africa, the father, the son, the daughter, all were a blessing to great Moses, the most powerful prophet. Adentina nyami antimi ama Moses ahusani amai because it is the black man's identity. Nyami ontimi nyimfio.
Jethro no the division of labor no Bible.
Exactly.
Are you saying Jethro was a black man?
Yes, he's an Ethiopian. Jethro is a Midianite. Who read the Bible? Midianite. Midianite, no, Ethiopian.
I'm bringing you to a very important question. And Jethro,
yes,
Moses Asibema.
Exactly.
No, ye bibini.
Bibini pure.
Bible so actually say, Emribi Baya. I say, na omuri abosom ne baba uri abosom ne bagi
David Jacob nene yiri mienu na akọware no enya omonya bi before David omo Israel blood ni bi because Jacob yiri ne yiri Rebecca any Isaac ba Jacob omo they are pure Israelites, so they are pure Israelites
because Jethro ya okay no abosom for
yes or your African priest,
so it means Africa.
Yes.
Na
because na yenya hu anukre no say anukre ne ba akire. That is 2023 years today when God sent his son to bring us the truth. Because of Adam's mess, no na nipa yenim anukre, we were just trying a lot. Because every human being
all we have
yes
was those
exactly.
So before all we had was
yes exactly.
And sana nyame foforo no bae.
There be enya nyame foforo and sana nyame sma anukre no ebae. You see, the coming of Christ is to solve the situation that Adam caused. And no bosom to solve it. You know you can't. Because what did Adam do? Adam broke a covenant word. Anyame mano. Let me tell you where Abosonsum started here. Cain and Abel. I'm going to start Abosonsum first.
I don't know me.
Okay, Genesis chapter 4. Bible said a time came when Cain and Abel were to sacrifice before the Lord. Papa Adam say, well, now your baby Papa Bio and I pami because your bibia ain't fata. Enti ni manity and say sade e be pese e be sa call and I say okay so mo betimi alcohol dia e say mo ye bibi fa niema sacrifice because Adam enim say nyame sacrifice na all the skin to cover them to leave the garden. So Adam gave them an idea. So they were the first people to give offering of sacrifice. Enti from there no na nipa bia efamu. That is why even Israel ukoha na Judaism na omo sacrifice incense burning and those things omo kun dove ni niama. So all came up to the time Jesus was sent to say okay now it's okay, now I have come to do one sacrifice for everybody. That is why Jesus has to die, because Adam created a mess that human beings will die, but God did not create human beings say we were not created to die. That is why Adam could live up to 900 years. But you're super untina, because he couldn't stand us living long and becoming evil. The Bible said, and God saw the wickedness of men. It was continuously evil. The imagination of men. Until what 3 years? Because ultimately 900 years. Can you imagine if our politicians in Ghana will live 900 years? What will happen to our corruption? So think about that. Look at the corruption state of our country and our leaders in Africa. And to somebody living 900 years are a very abomination. Into the Yamiti soba 100 and 100 plus. So the truth that Jesus brought is to end sa obia and kamino. Yakonya sika wahina every week. Yaba koto a guy and then sacrifice for our family. So Jesus came to do one-time sacrifice for all, so that it will be settled. And Tina, China for me read the skies and saw that a man was sent to die for all people, and pardon was given to men. Thousands of years, so China didn't know anything about Israel. Neither did they know somebody was being killed as Jesus Christ. They didn't know. They only recorded this. Recorded to her. Nansayana, research. Said the Bible, Ezra 4:15. A search must be made in the books of the records of their fathers. And to me, we must search and know. Do you know that the best and the purest refined iron ore in the world was made in Baku? An old man who didn't go to school. And the British engineers testified that this is the best way to purify iron, more than even industrial way. Now, Oko school, baby, that is the black man in Baku, an old man who made his hole. I saw all the farming, and the iron purity level was wonderful. That is the black man. And the bibinino, do you know what wonderful thing? To confirm, say Bibini, we are the sight, vision, and direction. Do you know when Jesus was going to Golgotha? Now, Asia cross now, Moja Katan in Kwai. Do you know when they turned, it was a black man, Simon the Sarini, who they called to carry and hold Jesus and took him. That is the black man becoming the vision, the sight, and the direction for the salvation of the whole world that Jesus was carrying. Simon the Sarini came from Libum, which is called Libya today. Libya does not belong to Arab people. Crop, before crop. But Omubai as migrants, and a before Yampe Gidi Gidi, and a Jaiho. Egypt, the same thing. Arabs etihono. And Omukro. One time, Arabs Baha, Ghana, 1990, to do a trade fair. Egyptian mummy, no. Me said that could be sa Arab. Nini say, why is the Egyptian mummy having African nose, flat nose? I say, oh, that is the true Egyptians. And I maybe say, so you know that? I say, yes. I said, thank you very much. I thought you didn't know, so that I would tell you. Adenti, the original owners of Egypt, and the pyramids you see are black people that brought that excellent mathematical up to today. Do you know the greatest scientist, Tesla, was trying to remove power from that place, electricity, that can power the whole world from the pyramids. But he couldn't, and he died. Why? Yes! Because the way the black people were able to raise that building, the world technology cannot even think about it. How did they do it? That will tell you how the black man was deep.
The pyramid is about how many feet? Feet.
It's about 100, 300 feet or so. Yeah, wow. And yeah, some people, the day you get vacation call, Giza, you will see. Look, if you go inside, I bet shoko. Inside, scientific calculations. Egypt. That is why they say civilization started from Egypt. Here, before Abonsamna or pushing Niama Eguyoso. That's why I mean my document. No document on your WhatsApp. How in 1835 a British white man stood in the parliament of UK and talk about how they have to break our system so that they can control us. Why? We are not controllable. Did you know, sir, way back 1957, when the scientific medical doctors came to Africa, hypertension, and then tension, diabetes. No, they didn't see some. In Africa.
Africa.
They didn't see some.
Hypertension.
Yes, it is in their records.
Not diabetes.
Prostate cancer. Do you know when they returned in the 70s, then they began to see it? Africans are too quiet, acquire school, education. Omudi sa abrofu niema emfata no mudi aba. Sami kwa abrochire ade ama mintimi ncha wo hono no because me pe konkonte. Me pe tuozafi. Let me tell you, the best food is konkonte. The oldest woman in Nigeria, Yabisa and say, what is your secret? Was it she eats konkonte morning, afternoon, evening. And research has proven it. There's something in cassava that makes human being solid. Mean cassava because you need time. Be before Nyamia Shrine. But you're a threat to the world. And let me tell you something. Bible says in Ecclesiastes 1:9 Or see, what has been is what will be. What has been done is what will be done. Or see, near Esino and near Besibio, near Yano, Sada Ebeye, there's nothing new. Which means that before I started, we are here, before the baby we are saying. Anything I remember message, you know. Obama Baha, then Obekaya, answer Obama Baha, 2008, number America. Mr. Bar from America, airport, media for now, Moncroft or mobile. Almost prophet, we heard you prophesy about Obama. You went to America. What did you go and do? And I come ask him. Me come here and me can be at once. Me see which the son of this soil has been used to do in the great nation America would use this land to guide and direct the steps of the great nation America. 1 year later, 2009, Obama Bagana, and that is to confirm what I said. Parliament, okay, Assembly. Yem penny for Bomunsa. Said, do you know the meaning of what he said? I was saying, Prophet, actually, we didn't think about it. What did he say? He said, the 21st century shall not be guided and directed by only Moscow, Rome, Washington, but by Accra as well. This is a superpower nation. What came to him? What happened to him to say such a thing? That is a message God was sending to Africans, black people, especially Ghanaians. Who kind Bible? Every time God has something, he sends it to the powerful kings in the world. Nebuchadnezzar, Egypt, Pharaohs, Rome, the Caesars. God sent message through them because they control the world. And Obama and his America were controlling Ghana, the world. So Nyami disasemi man. Enti samubetimi a mumbono obiante. And then I said, no, you will see that the statement there confirms who the identity of the black man is. Before I did to direct the whole world, but it is telling you that our identity is what we must locate and take our place. We have lost our identity. Yes, sorry, I heard. The whole day, all we are talking about is politics. We don't talk anything to educate our people. Our people still go to school to learn what somebody has programmed for them. So they finish school, no job. Look at Singapore. Singapore, our educational system is different. They don't follow what the world is doing. Watch it years ahead. What will the world need? They educate their people. And when you go to school in Singapore, to get job is no problem. Because the companies need you. We can't make our own educational plan. Yeah, sorry, Ne, yeah, Marco school echo reading the babies. Yes, babies. What are you going to do with that? Go and be reading the history and the geography of North America. Who call America? Who give visa? Now, so what did they? Will they give you the visa? They will not. It doesn't make sense. Whereas we should be learning things. We should be learning things that will make our lives better. It is because we don't know our identity. And when we locate our identity, it will take us to more places. Let me give you a good example of a Nipa own identity. Gideon. Who can Gideon? Nyamisma above no or who Gideon no or hide because Israel has been attacked by enemies. On any papa call for one person over Befi. And above no PA no so. And I'll say, Gideon, a man of mighty valor. You know what I mean? I'll say, yes. Who know best save Israel? You see, Gideon didn't know his identity that was inside him. So what happened? He was afraid. He was a fiero. He was a coward. When you don't know your identity, you'll be useless. So everybody will use you like a rag. That is the situation of African people, black people.
That is why we are going about begging.
Begging.
Loans.
Begging.
IMF.
Let me tell you, why should we beg? When we gave it as a gift to Malaysia. Today, Malaysia makes $39 billion out of common abe from Ghana.
39
billion a year. So be obedient and me can go and check and see. 39 billion a year from abe. Hey, say yellow gallons now, my friend Kufo gallon. Hey, abe oil.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, mama beno. A number of gallons free crampo. They don't remember. They came here in Rollins time and they were given a gift of a palm tree. Now President Nijun say flowers. Or the coin and the scientists look at it and say, hey, this is a powerful thing. And to own him, almost smart message say Ghana yambo to learn about it. For Ghana engineers and CSR they went and did plantation and then that's what I know. And then the palm nut alone is generating that money. And our identity, why must we be going around looking for 3 billion? When common abe can generate so much. Do you know the abe no canal? If you know what it can do in the world. But you're the soldier. Kube no the idea the soldier. But do you know Kube no? That is what they use for ship anchor rope. That is what they use to line limousines, cars, rich people's cars. And they use the fiber. It's the strongest fiber. They used to do so many things. Ghana hired the Shija. So, are we correct?
So, you come back to the point. Say,
exactly.
Maybe before.
Yes.
Jimmy.
You name your identity.
I mean, because what's the enemy identity? How do we even know the identity?
Good.
How do we get
excellent. Mati school. Free, no school scholarship. Hey, no school fees. Just here. Accra Tourist Center of Information. I'm hall every Saturday and Sunday. Me teaching for
every Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday. Wow, tear me. More new students. So I'm me about early on Saturday or very early at 7 a.m. Me famu the starting now. We no more that so that by 9, move me at Johnny students no. Now ya twaso. Wama mutie me. So obey one of those early people. You must send us a message. Your man number now. Send a message now. You're ready for 7 a.m. Now you take them up to 9. Now all students now.
What do you teach there?
We teach people to discover their identity. And yama me kanema yi yama bia to present to prove my font. But you need to do so many things. How long it has been in us? Here, Uko ministries are almost everybody is corrupt. How do you get it out of them? The mind of a human being has 2 compartments. You have 2 minds. We have the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. Assembly called subconscious mind, it is terrible to get it out. It will take a lot of thinking, a lot of teaching to get it out of Nipano. That is why Mukra Muya advert. I didn't know Muya advert. Muya advert in there. I didn't Ochina Munjaya Debbie because repetition makes a human being take attention to an information. So who can send the beer
when they keep hearing?
Exactly. And here and crop papa. And the school free free. Yen diskabia uba dia ubetoni say u teaching material syllabus. Ubeto fofofo. Yi syllabus no back on here. You see, fofofo. Now udia so that ube follow teaching because there is a lot of things for black people to learn. Until we do that, we cannot discover our identity. Look, let's forget of the situation of the country. Your situation now, politics, Debbie. Look, let me tell you, there are a lot of things hidden in this country that God is keeping secret until we discover our identity. Yes, and the world will never benefit from it. Mamin Kacho, China is attempting to become a superpower to control the world. But let me tell you why. Because Africa is not ready. Yet delay China is trying to take it. That is why you can see the attention of China to Africa. Why? He knows that these are the people that are supposed to take over. But they are not ready. So let's pass through them. I'm giving a secret out. If black people rise up, they will become the people to control the world so that God will bring the world to an age close. We began it and we must end it. The wisest man ever, King Solomon, was a black man. Mansa Musa, the richest man, was a black man. Mali here. who can beat us? The greatest man who controlled the world before was who? Nimrod. Who did say Nimrod? No, a bibini. Yes. Nimrod, no, a bibini pure. What to me control we are seeing now. So you control we are seeing before. And you bet me control biome because sana nyamia samaka. Was it what has been is what will be. What has been done is what will be done. And the ayenda, you bet me I biom. Enter na nyame sma Obama 2009 to come and tell us, to remind us, because yen kind Bible and ye nim ne ewo Bible mo. Do you know that this Ghana, God prophetically declared it in Genesis before yana na mo besi ya.
It's Ghana or Bible.
Yes. That is why you see a prophet cross his hand. And he said, I will put the children of Joseph, who were Africans, because Joseph was in Egypt. He married an African woman, had Manasseh and Ephraim, who were African blood. He said, I will replace these two as in the place of Reuben of Israel. That is the highest position of the nation of Israel, as Reuben that time. And he crossing his hands means the deal with them is over. The deal is now turned to Africa. And he said, a prophetic word, may they become a multitude in the midst of the earth. And then Adi Abaha. So Ghana is sitting close to longitude 0 degrees, latitude 0 degrees, which is in the Atlantic Ocean. The nearest land is Ghana. That is the midst of the whole world. China Chebe was it then? Things fall apart. Why? The center cannot hold. So when Ghana, the black people's center, start to hold, the whole world will fall in place. We will control everything to order because we are the most sensible people. But we lost our identity.
We lost our identity. Yes, Yankasano, Yenim, Yayera. Before Yayera, near a year software, Brother Peter Anaman, Canono. We need to know who we are before we need to know who we are and how powerful we are. Maybe Bisano say Bibiniansa, any Bruniansa Yapana. Say a pair and say Bakuniansa Chebaqua, Aden the Ebres and Libya Danis for Nadibiano. And maybe Sansa. And I felt Wabaki why you near 95.1 and Chevier in Commodity Baby. I say Yanum to me by Biso, I won't come and Jensen at the baby. Yeah, live on Facebook, Onua 95.1. Onua 95.1. Your friend of Brother Peter Anamo. And Brother Peter.
Yes, sir.
Bronian Sani Bibinian Sa a pair.
Debbie. Hey, Professor Lotte. Whoa.
Mathematician.
Only why special. He was a special guest to NASA calculation board.
Oka NASA,
NASA, hey,
moon.
A moon, a body and Yansana, a sorono, the whole world. Womona, Omuya champion, because Omuna spending trillions. Sika, I'm a call, Ecosia. NASA, Uncle Faber Koha, Omuya alluded to come across some change. Jesus Christ. Let me a mathematician. Bibini.
Abrofono Bekoha.
Omu invite no to come and cross check and Yama Omayeno. Na bibia da correct. Onika say okay, this is all right. Hey, papa no hono calculations, equations. Na me say equations na scientists no ma dika ya wu no. Omo jai be 5 ana.
Omo ntumi answer.
Omo ntumi answer. Ono na best of it 3. Na who be compare Broni Nyansa. Na say papa ya wa ba ha odi obeka fiber optic asem no. Na onye Ghanaian ni. Robotics. Ghanaian ni wo ho. Hey, upese wo hu ne America ya fa abrofo enipa 4 na fa bibi 4 for good class teach omo and see their performance. When I was in school, a lady came from America with degree in mathematics or teaching mathematics. You drew quadratic equations, but she doesn't know anything about it. And to offer different master Ghana, you know about teaching. We were surprised. We asked her, she said she doesn't know anything about quadratic. They didn't teach her in that. Before yet to me read courses and so still we can perform. I tell you, if you take children in Africa to abroad and give them the facilities abroad, Jesus Christ, I bet you.
Now then, say Papa we one donating our dream say, Munyi my dream, I'm on Fanco Shebe, I'm on your research. Okay,
say abroad for no come penance but they have no option. And can you be before you pay you for Nesenka or Muchi Papa to no only Niama and son of he has died with a lot of calculations. I wish we can mine his grave.
We can mine it.
Yes, the richest place in the world is graveyards. Because when you don't finish your purpose, you don't bring out your identity and you die. The graveyard swallows it, and nobody can mine it. You need spiritual formula to mine from the grave. Yes, you need spiritual formula to mine from the grave. When the prophet Elijah died with power, what happened? Because Yobi and who said enemies, yet two Nipana Wawuno. Bible said Nipana Wawuno called Lande, the graveyard of Elijah. That means people take power to the graveyard. People take inventions. People take creativity. People take ideas. People take songs. People take all kinds of powerful things to the graveyard. Why? They did not finish their work. And to Professor Alote, we don't even have Alote's museum. A great man like that, oh, we don't have it. Even though did our leaders call him to say, look, how much money do you want? We will give you to raise the youth, the mass. Just say, we don't regard people.
Not
small boy be not building electrical engines, and some electrical cars became popular. Yeah. Professor Frimpong Boateng knows what I'm saying. Because I went to visit Professor Frimpong Boateng, he showed me the boys, everything. Boy now disappear. What happened? I brought for now
no, yeah, electrical.
Hey! Or building a high man crofo with motor from the market. Oh. Hey, small boy. In fact, there are people hidden. Even they are children hidden in villages that can create things. I'm telling you. But we don't have leaders. Because our leaders don't know their identity. When they are going into politics, all they are thinking about is what they will get for themselves and their family. They don't know the identity. When you know your identity, you don't think about yourself, you think about the people. That's why I like Captain Smart in the statement be okay. I will say, when you think self, you are destructive. He wants people to think collective. And that is the only way we can stop corruption. When we think collective, hey, who can filling station got off well? Oh, your receipt, mommy. Now, but must mean saying. Let me say, hey, Muna Mubuan Kofa almost Yasikano. Send them a toy. I say, ah, hey, Master and Kofa Biba, Muto 100. No, must say, and throw receipt in 500. We see, Sam Kofa no Muya Kron for Wamuba for police. Wow, look, that means Ghanaians, we are corrupt.
I think, who the fool I know of Phillies station?
Mr. Oncho receipt, mammy.
Who attend I be say
Oncho receipt, Mr. Let me see me to say. I say, Master and Kofa Biba, how much 200? No, me say, and throw 500. Oh, Ghana, baby. Kron for.
It goes to the question, baby.
Yes.
We just this
exactly.
You see, the black man is just born bad.
Debbie.
I said corruption where you moje.
Debbie.
Well, yeah, Debbie.
Charlie,
oh, DB mami DB, oh, yeah, and them we don't think about future.
Debbie.
The black man cannot find his identity, cannot move forward.
No.
Because your mentality.
Yeah.
Be black and so.
Debbie, and yes, sir. Whoa. Canada, Japan, or Takasasem, black man is born black,
wicked.
Debbie,
you be a drink, I didn't a bonnet.
Canada, Japan, how old is he?
Is it true?
Yeah, how old is he?
About 62 years.
Oh, who you are see yet? People that were genuine black people are there. Let me tell you, all the inventions in America were invented by slave people, but they submitted it to their masters. Go and do research. Yes, go and research. Me a researcher new.
And Numa Bebre will have before
Bebre.
But almost you know, and I brought funny doom within two so.
Adentina be before my Oba Efre Nikunu Miura. The only thing Abraham was doing, no race does that. Be before Efre Wamukunu Miura, my Lord. You know why?
No.
They understand some mysteries. But what has happened today? Enyama Apaska, because of people started to mess up our system. And a document now may catch us MSN 1835. People plan in Abuchiri to mess us up, to teach us how to be corrupt. And our ancestors were not like that. Let me tell you, I did business with some old man, and one time I told him that I needed something that he didn't have. They said, oh, I shouldn't worry. He called a young man. Then we talk everything. When we finished the deal, he called a young man in front of me and said, look, this thing that you and my man talk is white. I don't want you to come and tell me some black dot is inside. The old man, what does he know? Truthfulness. The African man knows truth. When the white man landed, the African man met him and received him, as Bible says, receive visitors, for you do not know when you receive God. But the white people abuse that attitude of African people. In African, ya kurasi na menyi na me abofra ye ko ya kurasi a obi twema na ya pa no chose ontena se na onhumi na onum nsuo nsuo na ya beye no ya beye duane bi afra flour millet flour any warm water ye tia wo nyina na oba akoye na obekoto any calabash to give you, but they don't know you. It was slim. So obi be doni foma obi catch the other family. So oh ochina me ba be doni fom omo nyina beba abebuan. Today o ka say na o pushi a na young boy na ka young boys aba oh da ye beboa o na wa ma e bibi abaye ni. See oh, when did people know to help people and collect money? When did people know? Look, I have somebody before. They be me disguising me because I want to be common on street. Oh, me fat trotro. Sometimes I come and pack my 4x4 at Afrikiko. Now my fat trotro ko Accra. I want to look humble, simple, to meet people. And to be how me na me ko buana. Also, my minya bibi kakra ma. Let me say, oh, David. You can't hear me walk right here. I don't need anything. I just want to help you. Okay. What in Americano? That is the kind of life African people have. Do you know when I used to travel? When I'm alone in my car, 4x4, with somebody in the front, a crossing for coffee, me pack on me now. Let me see them. Anyone near my dirty things, I'll pack them. I used to go to Malata Market. People know me. Go and carry Kaye girls to my mission center to teach them how to learn professional jobs like meat pie, sweet pie, all those things, pastries. Then send them back with my 4x4. Politicians use the country's money to buy 4x4, but they won't give any Ghanaian lift. Even sorry, me imagine kwa nso also for car buy, and a driver no need me because me now also for your clothes, and me to me 2 America and a girls now to me. And to me, tell me, but I'm so trying to guess no cost. Sorry, and your members. What's hey, Bro Peter? I'm pinu me fa manya sam me say fa udru a onya sam frame. Cause Bro Peter and say on fa. Do you know they didn't call me because I'm say me my bottom. How can the people give you offering to buy car? Ultimate fa members no. You tell me you are a man of God. You are a man of the devil. What in America no? The Bible said be each other's keepers. Is that what we see today? Is that what we see today? And in Africa, no, we have original good character. But in Krofobina, invade a secret caucus. And I may catch around 1835. Let's send us that document.
All right. And then part one, we will call you some other time now.
Yes.
What admire more details into all these things, why Africa, we are lagging behind. Africa, you come and then
you are welcome. I can be more than
give
more.
Us more
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
probably somebody might have some reservations.